Since 2019, we have watched enterprises transform. From startups to Fortune 500s, Appsmith has helped hundreds of companies ship mission-critical applications faster than they thought possible. But today, enterprises face a completely new challenge. While AI promised to change how we work, most of the AI projects never reach production. And it's not because the technology isn't ready, but because bringing AI into real businesses' process feels impossible. Today, we're bridging that gap. I'm going to show you how enterprise search, powered by Appsmith assistants, helps support agents reduce issue resolution times and improve customer experience. Let's start here in the shoes of a customer support agent who is reviewing a ticket submitted by a client. The customer reports that they are seeing a specific error message and are unable to use a part of the product. So rather than scaling this to engineering or going throughout our knowledge docs, I pull up an AI assistant directly within Zendesk for some help. The assistant tells me how to troubleshoot the issue and cites an internal troubleshooting guide I can reference to verify that it's giving me the right steps. So this error is generally seen when a user doesn't have access to a feature, but rather than logging into Salesforce, finding the account record, and looking throughout their contract, I can simply view all of this information that the assistant already pulled for me. Now, I know that the user should have access to the feature, and there's likely a bug in the system. Let's follow the assistant's suggestion and use a quick action to file a bug directly to Jira without even leaving the assistant. The assistant has summarized the issue for me and also sends a Slack message to the relevant product manager, alerting them to the issue that's being filed and noting the customer account that is associated with. After I submit this issue, the assistant suggests a response that I can send back to the customer, acknowledging that the problem has been filed as a bug and letting them know that we'll be informing about the following steps. No AI expertise required, no security compromises, just your business knowledge transformed into 24/7 assistants that actually ship. Now, this interaction was completely automated, allowing me to investigate the customer's issue in seconds and bring our product team into the loop. While the issue itself was simple, building this system requires a fair amount of context and customization to work correctly. The conversation is driven by LLM, but it needs context not just from documentation, but also from the company's CRM and support ticketing systems. It needs a responsive, embeddable chat interface that can display citations of these data sources and stream responses from the LLM. And it also needs a set of custom interfaces to enable humans to take actions. And last but not least, it needs interfaces to monitor these conversations, refine prompts, and adjust contextual data to ensure consistent quality responses. So building all of this from scratch is quite difficult. It's time-consuming and unlikely to work well without a team that really understands machine learning operations and RAG pipelines. Appsmith Assistants provides a complete toolset that makes it easy to create highly functional customer or employee-facing support assistants without AI expertise. Let me show you how it works. Appsmith Assistants comes with a chat widget and an assistant's query that you can set up and control your assistant's behavior. The assistant's query allows you to set the instructions for the assistant. Here we're going to tell it to behave like a customer support agent. And to provide high-quality relevant responses, this assistant will need access to our data. The best way to provide context to an LLM is throughout a RAG pipeline, but it's also complicated to set up successfully without the right expertise. So Appsmith abstracts away all of this complexity. To connect our assistants to data sources, we just click here and add data, and we're presented with a range of options to integrate from our documentation files to public websites and even internal systems. First, let's connect Salesforce by authenticating with our user account. Next, let's upload a troubleshooting PDF document that's used to diagnose customer issues. Appsmith maintains role-based access controls across all of the contextual data, ensuring that end users only see the data that they are entitled to see. Next, let's take a look at the UI. A lot of the times when companies are building conversational applications, they default to using an existing chat interface, tools like Slack or Intercom, because it's easier than building a bespoke frontend. Now, these tools weren't really built for LLM conversations and don't provide native functions to include citations or even trigger workflows. Appsmith provides an easy-to-use, embeddable conversation interface. It's completely responsive and can be added to existing applications or launched directly. Now, not every interaction is chat-based, and in some cases you'll want to have the ability to have specific actions based on an assistant conversation. Appsmith makes it easy to build interfaces for approvals, data visualizations, or in this example, completing a task in another application. You can create a custom UI element via drag and drop and connect them to your business logic. Now all we need to do is to tell our assistant when to show the custom interface, and we can do that by using just natural language. Finally, let's talk about monitoring and management. The reality is that AI applications need a lot of customization and tuning. That's why companies often look to build their own. This means that in addition to your assistant, you need apps to track conversations, bad responses from the assistant, and sentiment analysis. Appsmith provides out-of-the-box templates that makes it easy for you to monitor and manage your AI assistants. Here, now we're looking at an internal management view of the assistant. The application provides a summary of all of the conversations and automatically flags those where an employee expresses displeasure or frustration in the discussion. IT teams can review the conversation afterwards and provide feedback to the assistant to help it improve. So we will often like to understand the trends in the types of issues that our users are facing, and while a chart is useful in giving us an overview, it lacks the qualitative depth that is necessary to take actions. That's where our monitoring dashboard also comes into place, with an assistant of their own that you can use to glean insights into our users' top problems. Used together, these tools from Appsmith makes it easy to build an end-to-end customer AI assistant to provide your internal employees and customer a range of support. In this example, our support agents are able to diagnose and resolve a customer issue in a fraction of the time that it will have to do it manually, to look up for information in multiple systems and search for error codes or troubleshooting instructions in internal documentation. The assistant uses relevant, contextual information from their customers' data, documentation, and website to provide answers while ensuring the appropriate access controls are maintained. IT teams have the access to tools that allow them to review interactions and fine-tune responses to improve customer satisfaction. All of this using a fully customizable platform that can be self-hosted for additional user and data security.